Okay, so can you tell us what your name is and how old you are?
Okay, my name is Johan Lamprecht. I'm 34 years old. Born
Okay.
in 1990, then September, yeah.
And you are originally from, you said not from Cape Town,
Okay,
right?
I'm Pretoria, yeah.
From
yeah,
Pretoria,
yeah.
okay.
I moved here when I was 3 years old, and yeah.
And you've been in Cape Town since you were 2 years old?
Three, yeah.
3 years old,
yeah.
okay. In which area in Cape Town were you staying?
Grew up in Fish Hoek, Simonstown, Ocean View.
Simonstown, Ocean View.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fish Hoek, yeah, that area, yeah.
And tell me about your upbringing.
I've been, well, it was a bit difficult. I'm growing up with my grandfather. He had lymphedema, so he was old, so he didn't have much. So practically, it was looking after someone else, at a young age. He passed away, and then I was on the streets, not knowing what the story is like. Like confusion made me like anger and all of those type of things. So then I became like the street life type of person, like in gangsterism and all those type of things. Because of not knowing what to do, I had to eat, I had to be fed, and I was just tired and angry and confused, and so I don't know.
Yeah. So and your mom and dad, like you were staying with your mom and dad at one stage, or what?
At that age, before 3 years old, my mom married another guy. She had 2 children, married another guy. The guy found out I wasn't his child at the age of 3. That's what I got told from my grandfather. And then she said kind of like you must choose him or her. And then she always said okay, she'll stay. And then she dropped me off my grandfather, and that's it. Yeah.
So when you were 3, you were dropped at your grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah.
And then your grandfather passed. How old were you when he passed?
I was 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, so you stayed with your grandfather since the age of 3 to 13 in Simonstown.
Simonstown, Fish Hoek, yeah.
Fish
So we
Hoek
were like
area.
on and off on the streets because he had only living on a pension, so getting like housing and stuff like that was difficult. So, but we were living in his car and then in like a little room or something. So on and off, yeah.
What was that like, living in a car and living with him at that stage?
In an apartment or a room, something, it was a little bit better because for him. Because then he could just sit, and he had eventually gotten so bad that he couldn't breathe, so he needed a mobilizer thing. So it's like this thing. So, and also like by washing, cleaning ourselves, and cooking and stuff, it was a bit better. But living in the car was more difficult because there was more times that he was like almost at the age of dying and like sitting there not knowing what to do as a kid, But he was there, and he So.
And then how did you end up like on the street then at that stage? Like what happened?
When he passed away, then there was nowhere for me to go.
Yeah.
So then I did go to school, kind of like say 50% at school, 50% sometimes not at school. But I've been passed to school, the primary school, obviously because I played rugby and stuff like that. I was very good at sports. And then so when he passed away, I was just nowhere to go.
And your mom, there was no support from her?
Nothing at all. I did get in contact with them once. I tried to track them down and stuff. When I got in contact with them, they were like, we don't know you, whatsoever. And,
okay.
Yeah, so.
So what happened when you were 13?
13, I was in the streets and I stepped in a little subway, had a little PT shorts on and a vest, and these boys, they were the fishermen boys from the beach in Fisher Beach. They used to come and bully me every day and and stuff like that because I was a white boy and then eventually I just got like enough of that, and then I just stood up against them, and they were a bit older than me, and then I started fighting back, because all the anger and rage inside of me. So then it kind of felt like alright, and then I became friends with them, and afterwards, and then I kind of grew up with them. They showed me the hustle, street life, how to get on, buy food and all that stuff, always in the wrong ways and stuff like that. It's not things that I would regret, but things I'd never do again though. Yeah.
Like for instance what?
Like robbing people, housebreaking, those type of things. It's stupid things, selling drugs, doing drugs, those type of things. I've been on crystal meth and smoking buttons for years. Since the age of like 15 years old. I'm clean now of the meth for about, I think now, almost 2 months.
So you clean off everything at that stage?
And right now I do smoke like a manjack, like a little bit, really, really, to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you guys about it. But that's to keep me away from the meth. Because the meth is something that, the meth, if you smoked it for 20 years, it's kind of like your body's immune to it. So you have to so when I smoke a hit of a manjack pipe, and then it kind of just ease you out, and I want to sleep. So once you sleep, you feel a bit better when you get up and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been clean for a couple of months. So
how were you able to get clean?
Just by deciding, hey, this is enough.
Did you go to like a rehab or something, or not? Just by yourself?
It's by myself. Reason being, like, I don't have an addiction like addictional thing. Like I'm not addicted to things like easily. I get bored of those type of things very quickly actually. But I did it because time went so fast. The first time I had a hit, it was like 2 days later, and I was like, wow, life's gonna go so much faster. So let's just do this. And then
Is it because the life is quite hard, so it's
yeah, it
almost
was
like just
difficult,
passing the
man.
time?
It was difficult, but when I was high, it was like not knowing how hard it really was, and things came easily, so it was not a problem actually. But then eventually, like you go to an age where you just like been through everything, and I'm sorry to say, but you're hustle, you know, you've had enough of like the hardship and everything, and like it's just everything, and you want to become something, you know.
What do you want to become?
Just a person that can live normally, you know. Just want a home, maybe had a home, proper home, just want a home, and that's it, and a job, and yeah. So now I do like odd jobs in and out, here and there, everywhere. I've lost my phone now, so now it's difficult for me to get any jobs. So I've been struggling for the last 2 months with any work and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
So like when you were a child, you were 13, then you were on the street, and you said you were like kind of surviving.
Yeah.
Was there no support like from the social services or from anyone? Like
I never went to that or anything like that. I was very shy as well from school and stuff like that. I didn't want to mention it at school and stuff like that.
So you still were going to school at that stage?
I was like for like a few days, and after that, I just never went to school again. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was no support from social services or
Nothing.
from,
I never
did you
met,
not go and
bumped into
find
them. No, I didn't go find
anyone
them.
offer support?
Nothing like that. I kind of lived like so that people don't know I'm on the street and stuff. And whenever I saw cops or whatever, I'd like hide away so they don't have to find out that I am on the street or alone, because I just wanted to be alone actually.
Why did you never ask for help?
Because I think I was scared and afraid, and I mean, you don't know who to trust, man. You don't know who to be and who's real and stuff like that. There's some experiences I've gone through where people have actually come to me and helped me like once or twice, but then it wasn't the real reason why they wanted to help me actually. You know?
Why? What were their reasons
It's
for helping?
like they come across as very nice people and all that, wanting to help, and then next minute they would actually like want something in return, like, and it's.
What kind of things do they want in return?
Yeah, it's usually like all the people, like all the men, you know, and stuff like that. And then,
what do they want?
like, and they'd say like, yeah, we've helped you and given you this and that and all that. And long story short, yeah, and then they start touching me and all that, and like, you know, and that's not something that goes with me.
Oh, like they
just
want some sexual.
Yeah, and that just made me even more crazy and mad. Yeah, so it's like.
What does this do for your psychology, like your psyche?
It was difficult and hard. It was difficult and hard, but I think I've learned. I think I've learned just to be accept things. You know, that's one thing my grandma would say: just accept things and just try and make the most of it. Just even though you're on the street, just don't become the street. You know, I never understood that. I still don't kind of understand that. You know, to be honest with you, but yeah, just whatever you want in life, just you'll get it. I never understood that until I started actually believing in that. And it's kind of slowly, very slowly happening and showing me that no, that's quite something to believe in, and yeah.
Yeah. So like when you were and then as you got older, what did you do? Did you stay in Cape Town or where did you go?
I stayed in Cape Town. I travelled from here all the way to PE and every little town, George,
like hitchhiked or what?
Hitchhiked, yeah. I've been around. At that stage, gangsters were looking for me and stuff like that. And they wanted to kill me and stuff because I wasn't wanting to work for them, you know, and steal and rob for them and stuff. So it was difficult. I didn't want to do those things, but I did sometimes do it to survive, to eat and stuff like that. And then the gangsters found out, okay, this guy can do this, and then they wanted to kill me and stuff. So I told the kid, let me take myself away, you know. And then that's why I traveled around and been around also trying to look for family and stuff like that, knowing where my grandfather,
so you went
my
to
father.
PE then?
Yeah. I heard that my father lived in George and stuff like that, Riversdale, so I went there to see if I can find him or find some more about him.
Could you find anything?
I did find here and there some stuff out, but yeah, that's another story.
And were you able to get away from then the threats in Cape Town?
Yeah, eventually I just had to stand up to myself when I came back and just, be that man, just become that person that, hey, did some really stupid like things that I would never do, like, but I did it to, just to like stand my ground, and it was either that or I'd be dead, so but yeah, they leave me alone now, and
who leaves you alone?
Well, them, the street, the gangsters.
Why do they leave you alone? Because it seems like we talk to a lot of homeless people and they seem to they're always harassed. So how do they leave you alone?
yeah, it's a bit difficult. Yeah, just to,
You just say no, like you just like have a good boundaries, strong
I
boundaries,
just
or
stood
what?
for myself, you know. So if I knew you're coming for me, I'd come for you before you come for me, you know, and just do whatever you thought you were gonna do to me, and just do it back, and just make sure that you never bother me again.
Oh, okay. And how
Yeah,
long have you been in Observatory now?
about 6 years.
6 years in
6 years.
Observatory.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen you around though.
I'm here, but I'm always
Come and go.
yeah, I'm mainly sleeping and stuff like that, and then but mainly I'm out. You know, before COVID, I was here before, like I think the year before COVID, I think. So I don't know if it's been 6 years, or 4 years or something.
And what's your experience of this area?
I think this is the most decent place I've ever been there.
Why?
Because I've gotten help from here, actually.
Got help
People,
from
yeah,
here.
people's actually most people's actually understood and saw the better of you. The other places, people they just don't understand or see anything like it. So, but yeah, I feel safer here. I just feel comfortable here.
Yeah. And how
Being on the streets, yeah.
how have people helped you here?
They helped me with food, clothing. They've helped me to even change my thought of mind, you know, of wanting to be better at things. Just at the stage I gave given up, and I try and I give up and all the time. But this time I've gotten enough mindset that I'm not giving up this time to fall back down into the back same old route that I used to, you know. And I want to grow and I want to get there where I need to get, and I want to own. So.
And have you tried contacting your mom? Do you know if she's still alive? Or any family, any other family?
I have, but there's no response. It's just yeah. So I've accepted that. I don't have anything against them. I love them works, you know, even though I don't know them. But all I can say is like they taught me well enough.
What did they teach you?
Not to be, not concept, not to be what they are, but not to be like how can I say? They just taught me the opposite of what they've given me.
So they taught you polarity, as in like this is what not to do and that is what to do.
Yeah, like even though they haven't been there, it's like just like taught me like so they've never been there for me, but it doesn't mean I should never be there. So I don't want to grow up not being like the same. Usually like that's because that's what I felt like being like them, you know, like being this angry kid or what. But I realized that that's not it, man. Accept it and don't let that affect you, because that affection from them that they're trying to give off to me is like, it's hard. But if you accept it and just carry on, because you come into this world actually by yourself, you know, and eventually you got to be on by yourself. So.
But it seems like you chose quite a hard life to come into, right?
It's not a chosen thing in the beginning. But when I was there, it was there. I didn't know what to do. I was confused and stuff. But I appreciate that I've not appreciate, but I'm alright with what I've gone through, you know. It changed me and it made me who I am today, like, you know. And
who are you today?
Well, I'm Johan Lamprecht, and that's all I can say. I can't say I'm good or bad or evil or not. I'm who I am, and yeah. But from what I feel I have to have been like, I'm not even close to.
And if you had to wake up tomorrow and your life is perfect, who would you be? What would you be?
Meaning like how?
Well, you said like you're not where you think you should be.
Oh yeah, no.
Could have been. Where could you have been?
I just want to be like supporting myself, you know, work.
Just work, place to stay.
Like, you know, I have some sort of responsibility. You know, if you don't have some sort of responsibility, you kind of like a lost thing.
No purpose. Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
do every day? Like, do you have any kind of role that you fulfill?
Sometimes, well, when I had a phone, people could get a hold of me, and I get some odd jobs, gardening jobs, whatever, painting jobs. I can do like carpentry work and all those type of things. But now, for the last 2 months, it's been a bit difficult.
Without the cell phone?
Cell phone, yeah.
What kind of work can you do?
Carpentry work, building work, any work, like painting.
What work have you done though?
Everything like that I've just mentioned.
Like construction work?
Construction work, I've worked in a spur, waitressing work, all those type of things, yeah. So.
And if people wanted to help you, how could they help you?
With decent clothes, decent clothes, wanting a phone, and maybe just I don't know, like food and stuff.
What kind of things do you need? Like, do you need like toiletries or like what kind of things?
Yeah, those are small things obviously I will
Yeah.
need here in life.
Like, kind of like.
Just a soap and a deodorant and a cloth and a towel, you know.
And where do you sleep right now? And like, where do you bath or shower and wash? That
Even
kind
there, I
of
go to the river down here at the bottom.
at the District River.
At the bridge there in the bath. So I wash me there in the morning, wash me in the afternoon there. It's cold water, sometimes I don't feel it's alright water either to washing, but you know, it's a place where you can go quickly and just do it.
And where do you sleep?
I'm sleeping currently I've moved away from the bridge here now.
Why have you moved from the bridge? Because seems a lot of people have been staying there, right? Where's everyone now?
They're staying on the other side of the bridge now.
Oh, why have they moved?
Because of the drugs they're selling and doing all those other things, and gangsters from other places come here, so it's difficult, you know. And then if you somebody that looks your own thing, and you have something like maybe food one night or something, then they would want and all those other things. So it's like difficult. They always like to pick on someone.
Why do you think they like to pick on people that are vulnerable and weak? Like what they get out of that?
They feel that they belong to an association, like a group, so they have that power. But if they don't, if you catch them alone, and they're like it's like
so it's like a false sense of power.
Yeah. So and also like they have to. They want to be there, so for them to be wanting to be there, they have to like bring something back every day and they go, so it's like, so but if you stand your ground and then they can get a little bit violent and vicious on things.
But you've probably seen a lot of violence on the streets and stuff, right?
Maybe too much, but yeah.
Like what kinds of things have you seen?
Yeah, I've seen murders. Yeah,
really?
Whatever it is, you can mention, yeah.
And how do you feel after seeing things like that?
Yeah, it's not a great feeling, but
how do you like process that? Like how do you absorb that kind of information?
Just accept things and just put it away.
Like how?
Just put it away, because once you've done things in your life, then it's difficult. But it reminds you not to go back there.
And do you have any experience with the jail system and incarceration system?
I used to go to prison like 9, let's say 6 to 9 months every year since growing up. Yeah.
For what?
It was like petty things like suspected stolen property or a robbery or stupid things like that.
Stuff like that. And what is it like in the prison system?
Oh, that's not a system you don't want to go into. Yeah, I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. Like
in which sense?
You're locked into a place where you can't do anything. If you don't become a number, then you're gonna have the worst time of your life.
What happens if you don't become a number?
It's just a crappy place to live. You sleep on the floor. You just get looked at as something that's not worthy of anything. Yeah, like you get slapped around. You become used like a puppet to them. You know. I don't know how to explain it to you properly.
Okay.
But.
And have you? What have you been doing to get? Is there anything you can do to get off the streets at this sense? Because you've been like on the streets most of your life, right?
Yeah,
I mean, how old are you now? Like you said, like 40 or something.
34. Yeah.
Okay. So you've been on the streets most of your life.
Yeah.
Is there anything what can you do to get off the streets at this stage? Like,
just a proper job, man, and then I can.
But what have you been doing to get it? What have you been doing?
I have been getting jobs and all that, but somehow like I was still messing up because I was still on drugs. And then eventually after that, I just thought, no, wait, you know what, this is enough. I really need to do this. I really need to. So I tried to leave everything. It was difficult and hard. It was very, very hard and difficult, but I'm pushing through it. I'm not giving up this time, and so.
Yeah. So it's most. You said you're only on Mandrax now, right? You've gotten. Rid of the crystal meth and all of that.
Yeah. Very rarely. I don't smoke it every day anymore like I used to.
Yeah.
So it's every now and then thing when I crave something, my body feels itchy or something like that. Yeah. And then I just have a puff and go sleep. Make sure to sleep.
Okay, and anything else?
But it's not a big issue to me, like
So
if I'm busy, practically if I'm busy doing something stuff like that, then I don't feel the urge of all the need or something. Yeah. But if you're not doing anything, then it's like becomes a problem,
And where do you get money from, or just get
I don't
people
always
give
have
you
money.
and stuff?
I don't always have money, but I do have like odd jobs. Like I work at a little shop on the top there in the mornings, 8 o'clock. I go and I just help them pack the stuff outside, so 25, and I get something, $30, like $30, and then that's my food for the day or something, And yeah, so
Okay. Okay, anything else you'd like to tell people about yourself or living on the streets, homeless people in Cape Town, anything like that? What would you like to tell people?
it's not worth it, man.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just being on the streets and the life of choosing the drugs and
So
all that
don't
shit.
choose that.
Yeah, it's just not
But you
worth
didn't
it.
really have a choice, did you?
Yeah,
Or did you
I
have a
did-
choice?
I think at the moment when you're young, you don't think, you don't care, you're confused, you're angry,
Yeah.
so you just do it. But people that come from houses and they have houses that are on the street, they have the choice to do it and they still have, you know.
So you said there's a difference between you because you basically didn't have a choice, and you're saying other people
The
have
majority,
a choice.
the
They
majority of
choose.
them have homes and all those type of things. So they
Yeah.
don't want to live under rules and
But maybe they don't
regulations.
want to live there because for certain reasons, you know. Maybe
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
consequences and there's like abuse and stuff, so they don't want to be there.
Yeah, some of that, that too. But other than that, they also don't want to see a better life into it. Like I've been around speaking to them. I've also, like, trying to find out like why didn't you just, why you still? Because a lot of them still come to me and say, hey, there's something we can do. We can go rob there. We'll steal. I saw a car. We can break into. Then I'm like, no, but just don't approach me and those type of things. You know?
So you don't do that anymore.
No.
Why have you stopped with that?
Because I don't want to go to prison again. I'm sick of it. Yeah.
When was the last time you were in prison?
About 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Okay, so you've started kind of rehabilitating
Yeah,
yourself.
I've like really tried hard with it.
And are you able to have like relationships on the streets or not really?
Not really. Like, but I know people and stuff like that. But it's just not. It's I'm affecting myself most of the times. It's the only way I'm gonna get anywhere. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to not be bothered too much. Also.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell people before we close off?
I don't know. I don't know what else to say right now.
Okay, well, thanks so much for talking to us and all of the best to you.
Thank you.